Hey guys, my name is Rubes. This is my first YouTube video. It's a little trash, but it's still cute. So today I want to talk to you about my problems and concerns about being gay in the south of France, or at least my experience. So before going to France, and most of us have this sort of image of France about it being romantic, and there's the guy that gives you so much more attention, and you get flowers and Paris and all that shit. But from what I've experienced here, it doesn't exist. Now I've lived in Bordeaux, and it's not far off from my little town experience. And I just want to say what I've experienced is the opposite of any sort of stereotype that I held in my heart before, which was that I'm gonna find a Frenchman and he's gonna treat me right, and he will whisper little French things in my ear, and I would be like, oh my god. But sadly, that is not what I found here. So I'm in the south of France, and the first thing I saw was a lot of self-hatred, a lot of segregation, and hypersexualization. So I come from Montreal and Toronto, and there, Toronto being one of the gay capitals of the world, who doesn't love Toronto, right? The gay pride parade and all that, and Montreal has similar things, and I always felt comfortable. Like, for example, in the place I'm living, I have met several people who are not comfortable going out with me in public because they don't want people to think that they're gay. I'm living my 18-year-old life all over again, where I feel like everyone's in the closet. People are in the closet to their families, maybe some friends know, but I feel like that's weird to me. And it would be nice if your parents knew that you were gay at 27 or 28. And I just think that mentality of coming out of the closet, it doesn't seem to be as necessary to them or as important to them as I would consider it, or people who have lived in North America at least, or maybe even England. I had a friend, and he was really nice, and we used to cook for each other, but he never wanted to hang out outside of my house or his home. And I quickly realized that he was embarrassed of me, but to be honest, what he's embarrassed of is himself, and he's ashamed of being gay. And of course that's being projected onto me because he sees me as like an image of homosexuality, and he sees me as a gay dude instead of just a dude, and it's kind of annoying. So that kind of ended real quick. I had to delete Grindr this year because it became one of the most toxic things. In fact, it was my only socializer, and if you can imagine that, like, it's kind of horrible. Like, I don't have school here, I don't have a work in this city, I work in a different city, so all that I have to socialize with people around me is Grindr. Well, obviously I could go into a bar by myself and I can talk to people, or I can socialize this way, but it's hard, it's scary when all I've ever known was Grindr. Like, I've been using Grindr since I was 17, and if you do the quick maths, that's 7 years. 7 years of using this as a crutch. Now, if you're trying to look for friends or a real connection on Grindr, good luck, and I hope your soul stays intact at the end of it, to be honest, because it's really hard. It's really hard to find genuine people who don't want sex, or who want more than just sex. In Montreal, I still have the opportunity to even meet people on these applications like Grindr, Hornet, even Tinder. By the way, Tinder doesn't work here. Swipe 5 times, it's done. You're then swiping people in a different fucking continent, I swear. So, Grindr's all I had. And while I might have worked in Montreal, where I could still kind of meet friends who are open, it didn't work here. What I found in the south of France is that almost every single guy only wants sex, and it's different. It's not even just like, oh yeah, let's hook up, do a little bit of that. It's like they want full sex every time. You want to hang out? Yeah. It's not like, let's see where this goes. It's like, you better be ready to go all the way. That's what it is for them. And to me, that's not how I work. Even if I were to have a hookup, I'm not saying we're going to forcibly have sex or something. We're going to have a hookup, have some fun. So that was another thing that's weird. It's just that the whole community is hypersexualized, and they don't care about a relationship or love. They just want to get it out, and to be honest, I got tired of it. I got tired of looking for friends on this application. I got tired of maybe having 1 or 2 dates and having the guy like literally waste 3 hours of my time and their time, making me think that everything's going alright and just ghosting me. To be honest, I just found the whole community on Grindr just super toxic. So being a gay guy in the south of France is hard for me because I'm not used to the coldness. I'm not used to just the hypersexualization and that no one wants to actually have a real connection. And besides that, they're really tight-knit here. So these people have their friends from high school and middle school, and they don't really care for new friends either. So I mean, my solution, delete Grindr and force myself to speak to real people. That's hard. Trust me, if you've tried to go out to a bar alone and just hit up a conversation with random people, it can be really intimidating. But hey, it's gonna make me a better person at the end of the day, and it allows me to have a circle, an environment where I can meet people beyond Grindr, where I might be able to find the people who think more like me. And those people, to be honest, aren't found in Grindr. And even if I go back to Montreal, like, that might stay the same. So at the end of the day, France has taught me a lot about myself, and I feel bad because a lot of the gay guys I met are self-hating, and I see my old self in them. There's a lot of progress to be made. There's a long way to go for France. They're not as progressive in their thinking as Anglophone countries, but I can see a change coming. So far, if you're used to living in a small rural country in the States or Canada, this might not shock you at all. But for people who live in New York or the city or LA or wherever, and you go to the south of France or even France in general, be prepared for a shock, whether you're visiting or you're going to live here. Anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, talk to you later.